Power 96 broadcasting live from the Power Condo Party, exclusive location. And right now we're joined by one of the biggest movers and shakers in EDM right now, Spinning President. And help me pronounce this. Maybe you should just say it because I don't want to say
Eelko Van Kooten.
Thank you. Oh, I knew I was going to pronounce that. Eelko.
Eelko. It's a Dutch name, you know. Only you will hear it only in Holland.
And I can't believe right now in the dance music world, it is run by all Dutch producers and DJs. Is there something in the water? What is going on in Netherlands?
How cool is that? Yeah, tell me. Yeah.
Is everybody a DJ in Netherlands now?
No, there's a lot of ambition in Holland. You know, it's played on. I explain you. It's played on daytime radio. So there's a lot of ambition because you can be on the radio, so people can be popular if they make dance music. And so that's something, you know, there's a lot of ambition and competition, and therefore the talent is really rising up because of that. But separate from that, there's a really dance culture for already 20 years. So it's not coming out of a blue sky, you know. Chesto is DJing already 20 years and he's very famous. So, and he's an example for many talents who grew up with Chesto. So Chesto's a little bit getting older, so he has a lot of
hitting his head now. He's falling down. And
that's
hurting
horrible.
himself.
Yeah. So because of that, there's a lot of new talent who's coming up. Young talent like Martin Garrix, 17 years old, or Julian Jordan, 18 years old, and they have him as an example. You know that they can be successful like that. So they make music at home. You know, the only thing you need is a laptop. They produce at home, make the music, and try to bring the talent on the table. It's quite easy now because of internet. They can also learn on internet, you know, what DJs are playing. They don't have to go out. They cannot go out, so they learn that on the internet. And also what the records are, which are successful, they can see on the internet. So that's a big source of information. And other than that, there's a lot of ambition because there's success on the radio, success on the dance festivals. So I think that's the basis for the success from Holland. We have a Dutch dance culture for already 20 years. And that's the basis.
So absolutely. So Tiesto, Armin van Buuren really laid the foundation down
of course,
for a lot of the youth. Speaking of which, you mentioned how easy it is to produce records now. You can produce a record on your laptop in headphones.
Right.
But with the success of dance music, like an Afrojack, whose wall recordings is a
run by Spinning. Yeah.
Now that they're given resources to get into larger studios and work with bigger name artists, such as on Afrojack on his new album, Forget the World, he has Snoop Dogg.
Great.
How, in your opinion, when these young, talented producers have even more resources, how much further do you think the music can go?
You see, like I just said, dance music, like Animals, is playtime, daytime radio in Holland. Yeah. You know, and that already not just for 1 year, already for 10, 15 years. Yeah. So you see now that even Animals was a #1 hit in the UK as an instrumental. That's rare, even for the UK, which is really adopting dance music.
Here on Power 96.
And now you see in the US that the last instrumental dance record, which was a success in the USA, was Robert Miles with Children. That's 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's a groundbreaking record. Yeah. So radio is now Top 40 Radio. You do it already, but Top 40 Radio is now really adopting that kind of records. The door's getting more and more open in the US. So so the times are changing, you know. And the kids, even the big labels, have to, you know, cope with that. They don't have a dance culture, the big labels. But the advantage is, like labels for us, we put it on iTunes anyway, you know. We don't need a big label, and the kids find it on internet. Yeah. You play it, Sirius, iHeart, so there's a basis of promotion, and it's there's no distribution problem anymore. We can upload it on iTunes for the world, and the DJs are playing it on festivals like this around the world, including the US. So it's already being promoted and it's for sale and the kids find it. So it's a really healthy business. It's really great. We are really happy with it.
As a label owner, how important is it for you to have a relationship with your artists? You have Sander Van Doorn, you have Tiesto, you have Afrojack, so many of the biggest top-notch talent in the world. How important is it for you to kind of, you know, have a friendship and a bond with these artists?
It all starts with good music. That's the primary thing. Other than that, it's about marketing and promotion. Yeah. And you see the Dutch guys, you know, they humble each other. So Chesto's playing Hardwell's tracks, and Hardwell is playing Chesto's tracks. And that's something rare in the world, I think. That's a big bond. So it's not about just a label, it's about the guys who are supporting themselves. Yeah. And that's something we are really proud of. It's not about spinning, It's about the guys themselves. They're traveling around the world. Chesto, Nicky Romero, Afrojack, Martin Garrix, and they are humble to each other. They look up after each other when they are abroad, you know, in the US. Like on the Monday, Martin Garrix was playing in the live, and all the guys came to visit him. You know, because they're friends. They are humble to each other, and that's something quite unique amongst the Dutch DJs.
It's
you know?
love.
That's
It's not just love with the crowd. It's also love amongst the artists
amongst
and the
each
DJs.
other. So they support each other, and that's really something special. I really, you know, I'm really glad spinning is part of that. You know, on behalf of the music. So
I'm gonna leave you with this, because you come to Miami, you circle Winter Music Conference. When you come to Miami, outside the meetings and the parties and the events, what's your favorite thing about the city?
I love the people. I love the beach. I love the weather. Eating, you know, Lincoln Road, fantastic. I love Miami.
Cuban coffee?
Ah, fantastic. I love it.
Thank you so much, Eelko.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes, I got it!
Oh!
Power 96 broadcasted live from the Power Condo Party right behind us, Ultra Music Festival main stage.